All right, my first attempt is going to be to drill them out. So, yep, we'll see how that goes. So here we go. Hello and welcome back to Citizen Pew Garage, and in today's video I'm going to be changing out the ignition switch on my Nissan Hardbody. Now this is a 97 Nissan Hardbody, and just so you know, if you're not aware, Nissan Hardbodies are commonly referred to as D21 models, but the 96 and 97 models are D21u because there's a few changes that occurred on the vehicle, and honestly I didn't know that, and I ordered off of Amazon, I ordered a ignition switch. And it said it was compatible with Nissan Hardbodies, but it's very similar, but it does not work with the 96, 97 models. As you can see here, I mean, the shape and everything is very similar. It has the cord, the right plug, everything, but your little key release is in the wrong spot. It should be down in this corner, and there's not the other cabling attached to it for the 95 or 96, 97 model. So unfortunately I ordered this, and then some things came up. I didn't get the chance to put it in, and I can't send it back now. So, but it will work for 95 model and below. So I'm going to hang on to it because I got other people I know who are, you know, have project trucks, and maybe down the line somebody will need it, or maybe I'll just put it on eBay. I don't know. But if you have a 96, 97 Nissan Hardbody, I haven't found a switch on Amazon that is the right model yet for the 96, 97. I ordered this. This is a Duralast right here. Boom. And it is, the part number here is LS1364. I'll put it right there. Yep. This is the right switch for a 96 and 97 model. I was hoping to save a little bit of money finding one on Amazon, but I wasn't. In fact, I end up losing money because I can't use that switch. If you buy these from, I think like I said, I bought it from AutoZone, had it shipped directly to the house, took a day, was really easy, and it was like $100. So there you go. But when I bought this project truck, I only had one key, and so I bought some door locks so I could have two sets, you know, two sets of keys for the doors, and I was wanting to get a whole kit, and they don't make them anymore. So if you do have to change out your ignition or your door locks, you're going to end up having two keys, is what it looks like, unless you get with a locksmith. So, but I will be changing my door locks out because I only have one key, and I have locked the keys in here before because I am not used to I'm used to having a key fob. So, yeah, so I ordered new door locks. I haven't put them on yet, so I'd have two keys to the door. But then my ignition switch on here, with my original key, has started to act up. Sometimes it starts, sometimes it doesn't, sometimes I have to jiggle the key, and I was like, well, looks like I need a new ignition switch too. So anyhow, long story short, that's what we're doing. All right, I already have the steering column off, and as you can see, I did a video just before this one where I put my custom steering wheel on, and again, because it's a D21 model, they didn't have a hub specifically for this model, so I had to make some modifications. But anyhow, I'm going to pull the camera off here in a second, and then we're going to go into detail where the ignition switch is on the steering column and all that, and we'll get started. So it is humid as heck, so I got to wipe my face off real quick. All right, I got my light down here on the floor. I'm going to take the GoPro off here and see if I can show you the underside here. So let's see here. There we go. Here's the screws that hold the bottom side of the ignition switch on, and let me get the light out of the way here and get it up here, and there is the ignition switch right here, as you can see, and this thing is really dirty. This cable right here is one that has to be disconnected, and then there is a small cable right here. Make sure I'm getting all this. This cable with the green, and then this cable right here, both connect to the ignition switch. So, yep. Alrighty. So the original ignition switch is held on with Phillips head screws. So I'm just going to use a Phillips head to take it off. So let's see here if I can, so you can see that here. first thing I'm going to do is disconnect the wire harnesses. So, which, I tell you what, sometimes Nissan's easy, but most of the time it's hard for me. Now, oh, that one is actually pretty easy. So, and the wire harness on top wraps around the back side and then under and connects. So that's a good thing to remember. So you can get your wiring management back. And then, let's see here, how does this one disconnect? There we go. All right. All right, they're both disconnected now. It was actually pretty easy. I had some trouble when I did the taillights. They were difficult. All right, let's see here. Oh. Well, they might not be Phillips. Hold on a second. All right, I thought it was Phillips on the original just because the Amazon one I ordered, they have Phillips screws. And I thought, oh, they'll be the same, but they're not. Because the actual one from that's Duralast here, it's a socket type, like, so from Duralast. But the ones that are on here, the originals, yeah, they don't have anything to grip on them. I don't know how they put them on, but they are they don't have anything to grab. You know, they don't have a torque connection, nothing. They're just rounded. So I don't know how they put them on, but I'm going to have to cut them off. So I'm going to put together a little plan to cut them off, and I'll go over what I'm going to do, and then I'll cut them off. All right, my first attempt is going to be to drill them out. So, yep, we'll see how that goes. Hopefully it goes well. I'm not going to bore you with that, but I'm going to start trying to drill them out, and I'll let you know how it went and if I had to take another approach at it. So I might have to break the Dremel out and cut them. So I don't know, we'll see. Yeah, all right, well, drilling it off worked. It created a huge mess, so I'd recommend you lay something down. But yeah, I got my shop vac, so there it is. There's with the screws drilled out. I used a 13 30-seconds bit, and it did pretty good right there. Yeah, just started drilling and trying to stay straight. I could have gone one size up probably, but I was really trying to avoid cutting too much of this edge off and creating an even bigger mess. I wanted to leave the edge kind of as a guide. So 13 30-second bit is what I used. Anyhow, this is off now. And here's one of the issues I noticed with the old one is, let me get my, my single key here, get the rest of the keys off there. So when I put it on, right, it would start, and then I could just pull it out. You know, I didn't even have to push the little latch button. That had already gone out on it. But like I said, it was, you know, like, see, I can pull it out while it's in drive and all that stuff. It's just, it's wore out. It's wore out. So with the new one here, ready to go, you put it on into drive, you're not pulling that key out, and you're not getting the key out unless you push the little anti-lock button down, the unlock button. So yeah, that one was bad. Now, there's in your steering column, there's a little spot, and this little plunger has to go right above that. So you kind of have a limited spot where you can put this. It almost makes you put it in the right spot. So we're gonna try to do that. But I'll tell you what, let me get this apart and ready. And put the old one over here. Get this apart and ready. And I'm gonna bring the camera over so you can see the top of the steering column here. Let me get my light. Oh, there it is. The light here ready. All right, here we go. And make sure you can see this. Right there is your hole. And that is your, when you turn the steering wheel, there you go, that's your lock device for your wheel and all that. So yep, that is what it has to cover up. Alrighty, so, woo, the humidity out here is killing me. Killing me. Ugh. Tell you what, nothing like the swamp here in Tennessee. So, all right, here is our new one here, and I'm just going to try to get it in place and the bolts started without hooking up the cables or anything. There we go. And it does have a little riser here, and I think the old one had it too. Yep, it does. I'll show that to you here in a second. So, but, all right. Get these screws in here. Bam. All right, there's one. And okay. All right, there's two. All right. So, your steering column has a cutaway, and you can see, this is the old one here, there's a little raised ridge right there. That'll fit right in there and lock in. And one thing I did notice about the old one was it was kind of loose on there, so there was no way to tighten the bolts evidently, so yeah, it was just wore out. So, all right, now the new one from Duralast came, and I believe it's 8. Let me check here. Yeah, it is an 8mm. So we're gonna tighten this baby up. And bam. All right. I don't want to go too tight because this is pretty soft material, but there we go. And alrighty. So now with this harness, the big one, that one wrapped around underneath, but I'm going to get this little one done first, which plugs right into there, and it was kind of tucked back in there like that. And then this big one wraps around and wraps around and flips over. There we go. All right, and the nice thing about the Duralast ones is they come with the foam around them so they don't rattle and stuff. So just something to note if you're gonna, you know, if you're having a hard time with a $100 part. Yeah, there you go. All right, so it should all be connected up and back to normal. Let's go ahead and see if we can start it here real quick. Oh, auxiliary works. Let me turn the radio off here. There we go. All right, let's see if it'll crank. Bam! Oh, and it turned off. And yep, and let me take the key. Cool. I'll have to get used to pushing that button because I haven't had to since I bought it. Let's go ahead and, yeah, there we go. All right. Boom. Perfect. Perfect. All righty. So looks like I have a good ignition switch again. So anyhow, like I said, if you have a 95 or below Nissan Hardbody, the Amazon ignition switches may work. I don't know. I haven't seen what they look like. I've seen some of the diagrams from the parts manuals and stuff like that. They look very similar, but I don't think the ones from 95 and before had the front electrical connector on it, just the one. So, and I think maybe on those the security release or the key release or whatever was on the top right. I don't know, but if you have a 95 or below, let me know. But the 96 and 97s, like I said, they're different. They're a D21u, and one of the differences is in the steering column. So same way with a custom steering wheel, the hub that you need for a D21u is different than the D21. So this is actually a D21 hub, and it didn't work quite right. So I had to do some modifications. If you want to watch the video, you can. But until I find another solution, like my blinkers don't reset themselves. I have to manually do that. That's about the only thing I lost. And my horn isn't quite working right. So what are you gonna do, right? I don't know. I've been debating on how much I want to spend on having a custom hub made. But as far as the steering column goes, like I said, 95 or a 96 and a 97 is different than the standard D21 model. But as you can see, the ignition switch is in, it works, and I now have a fully functional ignition switch again, and now 2 keys instead of 1. So I gotta change the door locks. That'll be another video. And then I'll have 2 keys to get, one to get in, one to start the car, truck up. Like I said, I could get with a locksmith and probably have the door locks set up for the ignition key, but I'm not too worried about it. I mean, cars back before the 90s had 2 keys anyway. So, and I mean, that was like my first couple cars were like that. So I get used to it. Anyhow, let me know your thoughts down in the comments section. If you have any questions, regarding the process of this, let me know. Like I said, I just drilled out the originals, and it worked. It created a mess, so I'd lay something down. I didn't. I just had my format in here, but I just vacuumed it out with the shop vac. So, all right, that's really all I have for you on this video. Appreciate you watching. Don't forget, you can check out other videos on the channel. You can check out my other channel and different genre. Yeah, and if you have anything you want to see with my project truck, my Nissan Hardbody, let me know. Put a comment down in the comment section, because I'm just having fun playing around fixing it up. And yep, I plan on doing some other things, so you'll be seeing a lot more videos on it. So all right, thanks again for watching, and y'all have a good day.